Not many people make sausage. I don't care, it's like just the concept of buying the grinder and getting a piece of meat, and nobody realizes how easy it is. And even if you show them how easy it is, the reality is that 1 out of 100 people are gonna say, hey, I think I'm gonna start making sausage. I just got this out of the freezer. It was about halfway frozen when I cut it up, and it's how I prefer it. It cuts in nice clean pieces, and the fat doesn't get smeared in with the product.
Any particular cut? I mean, are these the country style ribs?
This pork is probably what you would make country style ribs out of. It's from the butt, pork butt, which is a section of the shoulder. I think it's the bottom section of the shoulder blade. Pork shoulder is perfect. You don't have to trim it or do anything to it. It's got just about every one I've ever had has had the correct amount of fat in it. Even out here in the bush, I can order it, and it's such a large frozen product, I don't have to worry about it thawing out in transit. It comes out in the mail, so it works out really good for me. And this is the old timers bacon that everybody seems to, they want to know the process. So eventually we might try marketing some of this stuff. Back in the day, I did an episode of making sausage. It must have been in 2015 or something. I can't remember. It was a while back. It was one of my earlier episodes, and it kind of blew up. All of a sudden I started getting about every letter I would get, somebody would say, hey, could you please send me your sausage recipe? Tastes like bacon, looks like bacon, but it's a ground meat product, so it's easier to eat. And it kind of blew up. I must have sent out at least 100 recipes. For sure. I'm kind of hard to get a hold of if you don't have my address. So people that went through the trouble of finding out how to get a letter to me all got bacon recipes. So nice clean pork, about half frozen.
And there's no venison in your recipe, is there?
If you want to add some venison to this, do so sparingly. Venison is a very dry meat, so if you add over 50% venison to it, you won't have bacon anymore. You'll have some kind of a ground meat product that it won't be like bacon. I've tried. I prefer 100% pork because I like 100% bacon. And it's hard to make bacon out of venison.
So you grind it first that way, right?
Yes.
And then you'll
in this
season
grinder
it.
here, I have my my 3/8 inch plates, which is the big holes. Hamburger is a full size smaller than that. You want individual pieces. You don't want it ground very fine, in my mind anyways. I guess you could, if you wanted to grind it fine, you probably could, but I prefer the 3/8 inch. So it's like individual pieces of fat, individual pieces of meat, yeah. It gives it a better mouth feel as far as I'm concerned.
My name's Robbie Thompson from Thompson Smokehouse. We got a business out in Erta, Utah. We're famous for our beef jerky, and it's a real thick beef jerky and stuff, but we do all kinds of smoked turkeys, sausages, a little bit of everything. We'll smoke anything for people.
I was attempting to make healthy Spam when I did this, and it came out as, I went, I can put that in the smokehouse and it'll be bacon, so.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that your old timers bacon came about because you were trying to make healthy Spam?
Yes, I was attempting to recreate Spam in a little less fat, a little more meat situation, and I was going to actually put it in jars and jar it and can it. Sam's healthy Spam turned into Sam's old timers bacon, so I guess you could call it Spamakin. Okay, I'm going to make some noise now.
Okay.
When I first started doing sausage it was over 30 years ago, I had a hand grinder.
Yeah.
It was a big one and it did a good job, but this is actually an Italian meat grinder, made in Italy. And I've had it for at least 15 years now or something like
really?
that.
That's really good.
It's been spitting out some, well, me and Gary Treffry and Mike Mortel and the guys from Protection, we'd shoot 15 deer.
You run it through there?
We all had these little tiny grinders and the hand grinders.
You mean to tell me you had a sausage party?
Yeah, me and Gary Treffry and Mike Mortel. we'd get a bunch of whiskey, and of course the women folk were, and we'd have a big party basically. What it was, make sausage. So it became a deal. We did it for, well, quite a few years there. 4 or 5 years, I do believe. Once a year, we'd all guaranteed to get together and drink some whiskey and make some sausage. You want these fat pieces to stay individual. So if you're in there just smashing it, then it's what this guy called smearing. Your fat will get smeared, and it's not as attractive, and has a whole different feel in your mouth too. It's more rubbery than if you mix all that in too much. That's why the sausage mixers have those big blades, and it just kind of folds it. It doesn't squish or mash.
Like
yeah.
that,
So there's only 4 things: meat, salt, sugar, a little bit of water, and pink salt. See those nice individual pieces?
Do you care that the world is going to know your recipe?
I think that there's going to be a lot of sausage makers out there that are going to be angry at me because they've probably been making very similar products for like the last 100 years, and nobody's made a big deal out of it. But I think it is a big deal because you can't buy it in the grocery store. It would be nice if it could be marketed on a small scale. I'm going to call that pretty good. Go all the way in there. Okay. I've never had any problems with anything sticking to my rack. Pretty thin wires on these. I'd like to have fatter, but it's like I don't know where I salvaged this rack from. But everything I've got's got small wires on it. It'd be nice if you had almost like a barbecue grill to put it on, but it doesn't seem to get stuck. That's the main thing.
What happens next? You got that thing in there. How long does it stay? What is it and all that?
The temperature in that smokehouse it's starting out cold, and it'll actually start to smoke here probably. Oh, I think I might see a little bit of wisp coming out of it now. Usually takes about a half hour for any smoke to actually come out of it, and by the time it's smoking nice and heavy, it might be up a little over 100 degrees, maybe 120. You just want to slowly dehydrate it and put a healthy amount of smoke on it and get it above pasteurizing temperature. That's the theory anyways. Yeah, I just made this a couple, 3 weeks ago or something like that. Yeah.
Looks
But you can see how it looks, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a lot meatier than regular bacon.
That will be, now, is that
I
about
don't
a
know.
half a pound maybe?
Yeah,
No, that might be closer to a pound.
That's
huh?
closer to 3/4 of a pound
Yeah.
or so. I got a
So-
scale in there, I can weigh it.
But I think that size of a package right there would probably be really good. With your face and
Yeah.
all that on there.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man, you put Sam's face on there?
We'll put his face on there.
Oh, look at that.
See, this is our,
Yeah.
this is what the packages we use for, like, the jerky and stuff. So
I'm gonna eat
them,
one.
and then
Try one of
we'll
those.
probably, yeah, we would probably put it somewhere up in here, Sam's face, and then Old Timers Bacon. This would be a good label.
I don't really care if it becomes a fabulous, famous product, but it would be nice if some people out there in the world could actually,
absolutely.
experience
Try
the
it
Old Timers bacon, and I think it's a
good
great
for you.
idea.
We're at Thompson Smokehouse, and make sure you put 2 S's, Thompson's Smokehouse, and you can find us on our website.
And if it goes viral and becomes a meme or all those things, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But if it's successful, then everybody will make out like a bandit, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll call it Sam's
Old Timers bacon.
Old Timers Bacon. There you go.
This is the best part. I was out here at 10 o'clock last night shutting this smokehouse off, and well, I had to try a bite of it. And I almost went in and made hash browns and eggs and bacon. It tastes really good when it's hot out of the smokehouse. I had to slice off a little piece of it just to check it out. And I almost made hash browns and eggs to go with it. That is the premium loaf right there. Premium bacon. As soon as I took one bite of it. I went, I immediately got really hungry. So I know what I'm having for supper tonight. I'm gonna have eggs over easy, hash browns, and bacon. That's what you call a slab of bacon. It's about 30 bucks to make something like that if you get your pork on sale. So that's like a bargain in anybody's world. Look at that.
Ooh, it smells delicious.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should try a piece of cold bacon. Cured and fully cooked right out of the smokehouse.
Mickey
But-
Ramos eating. Oh, you people need to buy this stuff. Delicious.
Myself. Some eggs and hash browns, can't go wrong. I coined the term old timers bacon after I ate it the first time because it was real easy to eat. And now that I'm, 10 years older or something, your teeth don't have to be in the best condition to eat this bacon because it's a ground meat product.
How did this one come out compared to others that you've made?
This looks like a carbon copy of the last one I made, which wasn't that long ago. I make, several of these a year anyways, probably 4 of these a year at least, at the very least. And
how long will this last? Do you have to refrigerate it? Do you freeze some of it? What do you do?
We will put this in like 1 pound packages, and obviously my neighbors always get some. It doesn't last as long as you want it to because you find yourself making it. We order quite a few pork butts just because it's economical and it tastes really good. So I really hope you get to sample some of this old timers bacon here pretty soon. Thompson Smokehouse out of Utah. Hopefully sometime this winter, once he gets production up and going, he can figure out a way to make enough of it to sell that it'll be hit the market somewhere. It's good stuff.
Old timers bacon.
Duck kind.